The European refugee crisis probably caught your attention when you saw this disturbing image of a little boy who didn't survive his journey from Syria to a safer place. Let's try to understand what's happening. It can all be traced back to the summer of 2011 when regime after regime was toppled over in the Middle East, except Syria. When it came to Syria, the ruling family responded with violence, causing a massive civil war. Anarchy gave rise to several militant factions, not least of which was the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. But let's get to them some other time. Let's just say that as conditions in Syria worsened, the lives of Syrians were gravely endangered. And so they escaped by boat, on foot, and to whichever place that would accept them. As these numbers grew exponentially, the real problems began. Countries accepting refugees didn't have the capacity to take care of them. Poor living conditions forced refugees to travel even further away from Syria to the European Union. EU nations that faced the highest influx have crumbled under the burden. To make matters worse, there is no EU-wide solution. While asylum seekers have international rights that need to be recognized, European governments believe that incoming Syrians will create a strain on their countries. So where does that image that we saw fit into all of this? While the world tries to figure out these problems, refugees are paying exorbitant sums to smugglers for seats on terribly unsafe boats with no guarantee that they will make it across the choppy Mediterranean Sea. Meanwhile, the world continues to bomb Syria in order to take down ISIS, creating an even worse exodus of Syrians. Misfortunes are rising and the refugee crisis is worsening. It is pretty clear that the world has to do two things. But at a time when we must come together, it is such a pity that we are more fragmented than ever.